Hey folks, this is going to be one of my quickest podcasts, but super effective. We're going to talk about situationships and how to take a digital break from dating. On top of that, remember the dating doc. It's part documentary, part doctor, because I'm healing you up from this journey called dating. Stay tuned and check it out. Hey, how's it going? If you've ever thought about making your own podcast and you kind of get into that analysis paralysis, you don't know how to start, check out Anchor. I'm telling you right now, Anchor is at the edge of technology. It's the easiest way for you to get your podcast going. I mean, all you have to do is you start it up on your phone. You don't need any kind of crazy setup and advanced microphones or whatnot. You can do it off your phone or computer. And the cool thing about Anchor is that it automatically distributes it out to the most popular podcast platforms, right? So what I'm talking about is it can get it to you on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money off your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy. And it's kind of an all-in-one. So check out Anchor, get your ideas, get your motivation out there into the public space. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started, okay? Download the app or anchor.fm to get started. I want to talk about this thing called situationships, right? Situationships where you don't quite want to hook up, but you're not quite ready for long term, right? Little classier than a hookup. And not as much pressure and drama as long-term. Situationship, this is what I call it. So it's interesting because you see a lot of synonyms. You look on apps and you'll see not sure what I'm looking for or just kind of seeing what's out there. And, this becomes the norm. That middle ground has now become the norm. And here's my theory on this. So the reason that there's this middle ground is because people are not really ready to be vulnerable. They're not ready to put all themselves out there and get hurt or risk getting hurt and being their true self and opening up to someone. They're not ready to cry with someone. They're not ready to practice their conflict resolution skills. They want it easy peasy, but they want to be respected. They want to feel exclusive to someone. They want to feel special. They want to feel like that person doesn't have him or her and some side pieces, but they don't want all the quote unquote drama of relationship. In some ways, I got it. I get this. Okay. I've been there. I've been there where I want to meet a special woman, but I don't want her to having to worry about why I haven't called her or where we're going to go next or where are we at in our emotions and what level of the relationship are we at and why don't we communicate non-verbally and sound like a TEDx talk every time we talk, right? I may not want that. I've been there. But I also know that magical feeling, that good feeling of saying, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to chill out with one woman. I'm tired of all these apps. I'm tired of going out to these places. And I got to approach a woman that she's probably on the apps too. And she's already socially burned out, both digitally as well as physically. She's all kinds of tired. And here I am, just another possible option for her. She don't even know if I'm treating her like another option. So, there's just this mess out there that makes people want to get into this middle ground. This what I call situationship. But here's the deal. A situationship is similar to me having a gym membership and saying, you know what? I know I'm going to use this gym to get in shape, but I'm only going to go twice a month. 3 times a month. Now, here's the deal. It takes about 3 weeks for the body to start changing. 3 weeks of consistent working out for the body to either drop weight, to get used to the new muscle mass, new cardio. But if you're only going twice a month, yeah, technically you go to the gym, quote unquote, but you're not really doing what you're supposed to make those gains. So how does this relate to dating? Easy. When you go and you're in this situationship type of mindset, how do you expect to grow with someone if you're not taking the risk and saying, you know what, we're going to be exclusive. On top of that, if any issues arise, we're not going to tap out and quit. We're going to talk about it. We're going to grow together. Instead of the mindset of, if there's any kind of drama, I'm going to slowly ease my way out. We break up, and 2 weeks later, I'm back on the apps. So situationship, got it. It protects you from that pain, but you're not going to take the risk in growing those relationship muscles, if you want to look at it that way. Now, every person out there, when they join an app, did I say nap? When they join an app, they probably do have this dream of finding the right person, right? That's kind of the goal of it. And even if someone's going in with just those casual hookup type of intentions, more than likely they're going to find someone that they're going to catch feelings for. They're going to feel like that person is special to them. But this is where they self-sabotage. They think, well, there's no way that woman's looking at me as anything special, and the vice versa. So I might as well just get the attention, go on a couple dates, maybe have some sex, and then we leave. We get out of this mess, and we're back to it. And it's just this never-ending cycle of like, well, it's a situationship we got. So either we kind of check in and check out every now and then, or we go all the way. I recommend people, and I know this is crazy because here I am, the single dating coach. Give it a shot. Give it a shot to inspire hope. You know, if you're a healthy individual, you're not going to want to self-sabotage it. Give it a shot. That other person, they're counting on you to be an example for fellow single men and women. Give it a shot. Or don't at all. But this middle ground is this safe zone that gets you nowhere. You have to take that risk, people. If you don't take that risk, then what are you doing this for? Doesn't mean you got to get married. I don't want you to get it twisted. Does not mean that you have to date to get married. But give it a shot. Get you a partner in crime, okay? All right, people. This was recorded 4 days after Valentine's and about 2 months and a half after New Year's resolution. We got to get on it, folks. I'll be back. So what did everyone do for Valentine's? Was it anti-Valentine? Was it Galentine, right? Gals, Galentine? Or did you have a legit dinner or special moment with a significant other? For me, it was all right. I actually had a really cool dinner with a friend, and I gave her like a 5th grade type of Valentine's card. It was hilarious. You look like a wine bottle. You push the button, and it would almost like surprise you and scare you. And it was like a cork, like a wine cork. And it would start singing the song Because I'm Happy, you know, that little Pharrell song. So did that with some great Thai food. And the great part of it is that it wasn't packed. It wasn't one of these places you needed 3 years to get a table. And so that was a good Valentine's. And more importantly, it's my little sister's birthday on Valentine's. So she was out of town, waited until we got back, and we had some good food at this place called the Rustic here in San Antonio. Great weekend. But yeah, you know, again, my philosophy is Valentine's every day. I mean, heck, I got a heart, my logo, red and white, Cupid 24/7, 365, baby. That's how I do, shooting arrows of love, right? So let me know how your Valentine's was. I'd be curious, or what you think about Valentine's. Is it something that you celebrate? Do you think it's asinine? Do you think it's just a scam for Hallmark and other companies, 1-800-Flyers to make money? Let me know what's up, what you think about Valentine's. So in some videos, I've talked about digital detox, which basically means, how to detox from apps, social media, your phone overall, and sometimes even Netflix, because that's digital. But we're going to talk specifically about how to take a break from dating overall. It is highly important you take breaks. You got to get your mind fresh. You got to put out the right kind of energy out in this world. And part of that might be taking a pause and saying, you know what? I'm going to take a break. So here are some signs, some quick signs that you might be getting burned out of dating. Number one, you start getting irritated by what people say, right? You get a message and it sounds swell and whatnot, but you just get irritated. Really no particular reason. You get annoyed. All right. Another reason, you might be going through your options, right? Your matches. You're not putting any work into messaging them. You may have matched with some quality people, but you're so tired, it almost feels like a part-time job that you really don't even hit them up. They're just matches waiting on your queue, on your list. And come on, you can't fool people. If you matched and you end up not talking, even after that person got the notification that you matched, you're wasting your time and you're wasting that other person's time. So that's another way that you can tell that you're getting just irritated of, the digital dating piece of it. Another part of it is that those that you've made a connection with, your creativity with the messages starts dying off, right? You were witty, you were creative up to a point. The messages were a little bit longer, a little bit more original. And now you're at a point where it's a hello, good morning, good afternoon type of deal. And you got nothing creative. You're not sharing with them any articles, not even memes. It's just like bland nothingness. And being someone that's been around the block that knows about this, I teach this, I can tell when someone has gotten to that point where they're just bland and unoriginal, but something tells me they really are original. They have a lot to say. They're just burned out. They're just going through the motions, right? So those are some signs. Those are some example signs of someone who's getting into that dating burnout, that dating fatigue. All right, so here's some ways to do this. First off, you're trying to connect with people in the real world, right? The app is a ways, means an end to something, right? The end result is you want to meet them in real life. Either it's a casual, short-term thing, whether it's sexual, not sexual, or platonic, or it becomes long-term. But you have to have a goal in mind. If you want to, just put your phone down for a little bit, okay? And it could be literal. You could be like, I'm gonna take breaks from my phone regardless. Walk around your house or apartment or outside. Just get your brain straight. Let those brain chemicals settle a little bit, because some of you are phone addicts. Okay, with your dog ear filters and all kinds of jazz, and up on Instagram taking 50 photos until the right one looks good for you to post. Put that phone down for a little bit. Some of you are digital crackheads. Put the phone down and take a walk. Why is this beneficial? Many, many reasons. Like I said, it resets your brain. You can use your brain to think about other stuff, okay? And you say, I'm bored, I have nothing else to think about, we got an issue there. Walk around, think about some goals you want to accomplish. Think about the next day and kind of what's happening at work and how you can make it a better environment. Think about your coworker. Think about a friend that you need to reach out to. All right, but get your mind away from the apps, from validation, from text messaging, from the abyss of social media. Just put your phone down. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another way is pick up a hobby. The same brain chemicals that you're wasting by not being creative on your text messages, you can do that through painting. You can do that through sewing. You can create your own workout. You can cook more. There's all kinds of stuff for you to do that's going to make you more creative. So when you go and you text the right person, you actually got something to say. On top of that, your brain's going to feel a lot more alive, and you got a painting or something you sewn, something to show that person that you got a little more character than just being on dating apps and being all basic with your hi, hello, good morning, and good afternoon. All right, so that's another thing you got to look at. Why is this all important? Because you cannot let the technology rule you. You can rule the technology. Technology is man-made, okay? And you have a lot more self-control than you know. So don't be one of these basic people that's always on their phone. All right? You want to be the new type of rebel? Put your phone down, okay? Pick up a book. Be social when you go somewhere. If you don't want to be social, I don't care. Look around. You don't always have to be locked in on your phone. It literally causes sleep disturbance, anxiety, depression, all kinds of stuff, because in a way, you feel useless when you're just looking at your phone all the time. It sneaks up on you. So put the phone away for a little bit, get a little bit of that dating detox going, and just mellow on out and then get back on it.